Mr. Hector Carlos Lora is the son of Dominican immigrants, and prior to entering political office, Mr. Lora worked at St. Mary's Hospital in Passaic for over 14 years, where he served as director of multiple ancillary departments. Mayor Lora has been elected in his hometown of Passaic, New Jersey, as a councilman in 2011. And he has been elected twice as a Passaic County freeholder, now referred to as county commissioners. In 2015, Hector became the first American Latino of Dominican heritage to become the director of the Passaic County Board of Chosen Freeholders. Today, Hector C. Lora serves as the mayor of his hometown, Passaic. So a big round of applause for Mr. Mayor. And I know you have a few words for us, so.
Thank you so very much. You know, as I was watching the video, I was greatly impacted. I will admit, towards the end where individuals spoke in different languages, I believe that I recognized some as Arabic, and there you go, Arabic, shukran for that, thank you. And some as Portuguese, may have been, Portuguese, I may have been correct with that. And then there was a third one I didn't recognize. Turkish. Thank you. But as I was listening, I realized I could hear the words but not understand them. And I imagined what it would be like if the entire video was in a language that I could not understand. How I would feel. Obviously impressed with the fact that something's being said, but with no knowledge of what is being said. And for so many immigrants that come to this great nation, they experience the same. Impressed with so much that they see and hear, but facing the adversities and challenges of not knowing what is being said. How do you navigate? Because there are aspects of the immigrant journey that are just remarkably universal, and there's no need for language. You don't need to interpret a road, the sea, or the air, whether by plane or boat, or coming in walking. You understand it. You are on a journey and you travel with others, and you can come together and similarly understand that there will be difficult times ahead. That you don't need language for. But when I consider the story of my own immigrant parents, trying to figure out how to get a job, where to go, where there's a store, how do you enroll children into school, how do you communicate? Because without being able to communicate, how do you succeed? How do you move forward? 35 years ago, I proposed to you that Mr. Carlos UCEDA didn't set forth a business, but rather opened up doors and provided a key for individuals to access the opportunity to succeed and progress in this nation. I was so overwhelmingly impressed by teachers and those in videos who speak with accents. As a son of immigrants, I often share this story that when I was young, there was a part of me having been born and raised in America and being able to articulate words in English with some ease, relative ease. Of course, through education, you learn to speak even better or well, whichever is grammatically correct. So I was considering Mr. Richard Rylander, his vice president, and how well-spoken and impressed I was with your presentation and video. Similarly, I find myself able to communicate, but my mother couldn't. Her accent was thick. It was very difficult to understand her, to the point where sometimes I was embarrassed if she had to speak. Even at times, it was humorous. It was funny to hear her try to navigate the English language, to hear my father trying to tell my mother or me to come home. He would say, "Come out here," and we'd be like, "Bed, what?" And we would joke. I've often shared, it was to a benefit when on parent-teacher night, the teacher had a bad report and I got to translate. I think I did more interpreting than translating, to change some of the words around, but my mother could tell by the faces. I share this only because as I heard those who presented with accents as I got older, I realized that an accent is nothing to be ashamed of, but rather a badge of honor. A testament to an amazing journey, a spirit of adventure, a resiliency, a commitment to face whatever is before you and overcome it. See, there are few that are daring enough to leave their homeland, to set foot in a new one, to begin a new life, to fight fights every single day, to face injustice, discrimination, to have one door after another closed before your face for what you do not know, and rather than to quit, to say, I don't know it now, but I will know it tomorrow. I will put together 1 penny, 2 penny, $1, $2. I will pay what I need to pay. I will do what I need to do, because if I can face the journey, whether by road or sea or air, if I can leave everything behind, there is nothing you're going to throw at me that will keep me down. To rise up and to forge forward, to make something of yourself and to provide something greater for the next generation. But not only to do that, like Mr. Carlos UCEDA, and all you amazing and remarkable teachers and leaders, to do that for yourself, and then to have the remarkable and amazing drive, the magnanimous desire to say, I will do it for others. I will make sure that the key that I have found to open doors, those doors are not shut for those who come behind me, but I will make duplicate keys and give them out to as many who need them. So whether they have to go through the door I face or find new doors, they will be able to get through. I am overwhelmed by the noble cause of your vision and your dreams, sir. I share with you that so much is done in our city, but few things have greater impact than to be there for those who find themselves in such a vulnerable state, wanting to dream, but having little resources to access those dreams. What you do has made a difference in the lives of those who are here and in the lives of generations. There are children that will benefit because you were there for their parents. Children like myself, because others took time to teach my parents English. I may go long, I'm known for that. But I am genuinely impacted. I recall stories of my mother saying that she would go to the local grocery store, struggling in tears, to try to explain what she wanted to buy, to be yelled at and embarrassed for not speaking English, to be made fun of by the people who work there as if they didn't struggle themselves. I think to myself how much she faced, how much she had to overcome. That is why now when I hear her accent, I'm so blown away to say again, and I'll reiterate, your accent is a beautiful, bright, shining badge of honor that everyone should applaud, because those who make fun of it usually are those who can only speak one language. The fact that you have an accent is evidence that you have learned something new. And as I heard the words in another language, in Turkish, in Arabic, in Portuguese, and though I know a little Shweya, and I learned a few words, I consider how amazing it is, like a child again, when you learn something, when you learn a new language, like, oh, I understand now. You hear someone say it and you go, I understand. So I applaud you. I applaud your staff, and I applaud each and every one of you, because events like this are so important that we never forget. It is important to celebrate achievements and accomplishments. So I join with my colleagues here, those who have come, because though we joke and we're going to have a lot of opportunities to laugh and smile and joke about each other, there is something very serious that must be shared. That without this service that you provide, there are many who would continue to be lost. But they have hope, they are inspired, and they know that they are not alone. Thank you so very much. So I hand you this proclamation on behalf of the city in honor of your 35 years. It reads as follows. Whereas UCEDA, Institute established in 1988, is a family-oriented business, and I may add, a center for hope and inspiration, that began when the UCEDA family, upon their migration to the United States from Peru, recognized the importance of learning English as a second language among immigrant populations, and understanding the importance of ESL and how it would positively benefit immigrants, Carlos A. UCEDA led a team of professionals, and together they began their educational legacy with the opening in 1988 of UCEDA's first school in the second best city in Passaic County, Paterson, New Jersey. That's not written in there, I added, because I'm the mayor's. You can tell Mayor Andre Sayer I said that. I'm a big fan of his. UCEDA is strongly committed on making the lives of immigrants in our community better through education and enhancing English communication skills, empowering individuals to realize their personal and professional aspirations, and so they can achieve their personal and professional goals. And over time, UCEDA has expanded its reach and currently operates 16 schools along the East Coast of the United States, with additional locations in New York, Connecticut, Virginia, and hopefully in the future, many, many more. Over the course of 35 years since its inception, UCEDA Institute has witnessed numerous success stories from dedicated immigrants who have strengthened their communication skills in English and have gone on to pursue their dreams and goals. Therefore, I, Hector C. Lora, Mayor of the City of Passaic, along with our council members here, Councilwoman Maritza Colon Montañez, Councilwoman Tanya Mello, please come up here so we may hand this. Come here, Councilwoman. You have to applaud Maritza whenever she's named needs an applause. It's in her contract. We give you this proclamation together from the City of Passaic, from City Hall. And I'll conclude with this. My father came to this country. He didn't speak a word of English. Before he passed away, he got to see his son become the mayor of the city that he arrived in. I can only imagine where your children, grandchildren, or children that you inspire and mentor will become as they tell your stories of overcoming the many adversities that were before you. God bless you, and thank you so very much. All of that without breathing.
This plaque is presented to Hector C. Lora, Mayor of the City of Passaic. We value your courage and leadership as Mayor of the City of Passaic, New Jersey. Your vision and sense of righteousness have been gleaming example for all of us to admire. We sincerely thank you for your kind participation at our gala event tonight as we celebrate our 35th anniversary. Signed on August 8, 2023, here in Passaic, New Jersey. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.